What is up, guys? Team UV Fields here with another deck profile, and today we're going to be taking a look at what I think is one of the best off-meta / budget decks that you can pick up right now, and that would be Burning Abyss. I think overall it has a really good matchup against a lot of the meta, especially if you can win the dice roll. If you can win the dice roll, then you're basically golden at that point. The deck is super fun overall to play. This is honestly my favorite deck of all time. Burning Abyss will always be my favorite deck of all time. Just the lore behind it. If you've read the books, and you understand. But you know, it's just a very fun deck for me. I enjoy playing it, and yeah, we'll just hop right into it, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm playing it with the current meta being the way that it is, and we'll go from there. So for the BAs, I play 3 Farfa. It's kind of standard. You kind of want to play 3 of this for spot removal. I play triple Skarm. Skarm is really important too. Really important to be able to search as much as you do with this card. Other than that, it's just, you know, it's just a big booty. Other than that, then the one of, so we play 1 Barbar, 1 Seer, 1 Calcab, 1 Libic, 1 Alec, 1 Graf, and the Rubik. The Rubik is there for the Needle Fiber combo, which does come up fairly frequently. You could steal a lot of games with that combo. So those are the one-ofs. Then we play, technically, 4 other BA monsters. I play 2 Rhino Warrior and 2 Tour Guide. I don't think that you need to play 3 Rhino Warrior because, honestly, you don't want to, like, draw into multiples. And you really don't have to draw it, honestly. It's almost better to mill it off of a Dante. But I think that playing 3 is excessive right now, and I think playing 2 works perfectly. When I was playing 3, there was definitely a large number of games where I opened up 2 of them in my starting hand, so I opted to cut it down to 2, and now I draw it just as much as Tour Guide, so I really can't complain. Then I do play the 1 Backjack because we are playing the trap variation of this deck. I really like the trap variation of this deck. It's a lot of fun to play, and I might actually take this deck to locals next week. We run a casual locals, basically no meta decks, and I might take this there. I might even take it to a regular local too and see how it does. Then hand traps, I play 3 Ash and 3 Veiler. That's all that I play for, like, actual quote-unquote hand traps. I do play another hand trap, which we'll get to, obviously, in a minute. But I just wanted to show these are the 2 different monster hand traps that we play. Then for the spell cards, I play triple Called By and 1 Upstart. This is technically the 40th card, so we're playing 39, quote-unquote. I think that it can be swapped out for other things. I'm just not sure where I'd go with it. However, I think the Call by the Grave is really important. It helps it so your Tour Guide actually resolves and it doesn't get like Ash or something. And then, like I said, the Upstart is just here because it's the 40th card. Also, the Called By is really good in the Eldritch matchup because you kind of don't want to get hit with Golden Lord. The deck kind of struggles against it, but other than that, has a really good matchup against basically everything. Moving on to the traps, though, the other quote-unquote hand trap is 3 Imperm. I think that triple Imperm is really important in this format. There's a reason that the secret rares jump so much. Your opponent can't Guardian this. Your opponent can't Gamma this. There's just so many different things that you can... Well, I mean, Gamma, they wouldn't be able to do anything about it anyways. But they just can't Call by it or anything. They can't Guardian it. So it's just overall a really good card. Then we play 3 Dynamiscus. This is honestly probably the best trap in the main deck. Just being able to banish stuff is really important, and it can serve as another body on board if you activate a trap card. So triple Dynamiscus is pretty good. Double Karma Cut. I don't think that you need more than 2 of this. I thought about playing 3, but it just wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So I think 2 is definitely the way to go. 2 Fiend Griefing. This is also really good in the Eldritch matchup. It's not as good as Called By or like Dynamiscus or Karma Cut, but it's basically another card to help you play around stuff. Being able to mess with your opponent's graveyard is just really good nowadays because everyone wants to use their graveyard. Then the last trap, I just play double Trap Trick. Not much to really explain there. Card's just really good at being any other trap card in your deck that you need it to be. Moving on to the extra deck now. We play double Dante. I think double Dante is just standard. You don't need a third. You have room for it, but I don't think it's necessary ever. 1 Levier. I think the Levier is really important to bring back cards like Backjack. And then we play the 1 Beatrice with the Pilgrim. That's kind of standard. A lot of people like don't even realize that, like people who haven't been playing for a long time don't realize that Beatrice can summon the Pilgrim from extra deck. So the Pilgrim is definitely fun to play. A lot of people just kind of look at it like, oh no, I didn't realize it did that. And it's just free draws and pluses basically. Card's just really good. Move that over there. Then the Link monsters, it's a really heavy Link lineup here. We have one Gravity Controller, one Cherubini, one Masquerena, one Needle Fiber, Halqifibrax, whatever you want to call it, one of your Cerberus, one of your Unicorn, one Selene. I'll get to the rest in just a second. I just want to explain everything here before I move on to the Link 4s that we have. So these are all of our Link 3 and unders. The Selene combo goes hand in hand with your Needle Fiber. Basically, you summon out an Effect Veiler from deck. You make the Selene. Selene gets tokens for both players' combined number of spells on field and in graveyard. And then you just you summon the Veiler back, and then you can make an access code talker with this, an Effect Veiler that has an automatic 2 pops guaranteed because of the Halq and the Selene. Everything else, I mean, the Cherubini can come up occasionally. It's not like used a lot. Usually Masquerena is the card that you play the most. And then Gravity Controller comes up too if you don't like have, like if you open up the Seer and another BA, like sometimes the Gravity Controller comes up. But yeah, basically everything in there is standard for the most part outside of that. Then the Link 4s, I play an Apollousa, an Access Code, and a Boral Sword. The Apollousa, there's one way that you can alter the deck. If you wanted to swap out the Upstart Goblin, you can play, I think I have it here, yes. You can play Edgemp Sabers. I know this is a foreign one, so you can't read it. But you can play Edgemp Sabers instead of playing Upstart Goblin. And if you open up Tour Guide, I think the Sabers and another BA monster. I think that's it. I can't remember 100%. I haven't done the combo in a few weeks. I think you can end on Apollousa and Beatrice, if I remember correctly. So that's pretty cool. I really like that. The Access Code is just obviously pretty standard. And the Boral Sword comes up occasionally, but not a lot. Honestly, the Access Code Talker is the Link 4 you make the most. Just really, really good card overall, though. Moving on to the side deck, though, I'm currently really toying around with this side deck. I don't know what I'm going to change in it yet, but I think a lot of it is really solid per the meta, so we'll see where it goes. So we have 3 Sphere Mode. I think that this is really good against any kind of combo deck. Just being able to tribute off your opponent's cards is always a solid thing to do, and you don't really have to beat over it. You can just wait. Because you're playing Trap BA, so like your entire deck is supposed to go slow. Like there's no reason for your deck to be going super fast. So 3 of that is pretty good. I do play the 1 Pankratops. I think this card should just like honestly be played all the time. I don't know why people don't play it. It's won me so many games. It's ridiculous how good the card is. Then for the spells, I play 2 Droplet. I think that 2 Droplet is pretty solid in this deck. I think that overall, the purpose that it serves to be able to kind of negate boards is really important, especially when you have the Numeron engine still running around too. You don't want to not be able to activate cards, so playing the Droplet is actually pretty good, and it's good against combo decks because you are playing BA, so like you can discard cards from your hand and it'll gain you more resources, which is really crazy. Just a really good card overall. Then we do play a heavy trap lineup in our side deck. One of them being Triple Evenly. Evenly is just really good against your back row decks. You need some stuff to combat the back row decks, and Evenly definitely does that for you. Oh, I almost knocked the camera over there. That would have been really bad. Let's refocus here. Then we have 2 Dimensional Barrier. Dimensional Barrier is something that I'm testing. I really, really like this card, honestly, especially in this meta. Right now, like, so many people are going into a lot of Synchro cards, and then you're seeing the occasional Invoke deck pop up, too. So, like, basically, you can call Synchro or Fusion, and it's probably going to help you, and this may sound crazy, but Zodiacs is actually something that I'm seeing more and more people play. So you call Xyz and then you're good. Like it's pretty nuts. Then I play the 2 Ice Dragons Prison. I think this card is really, really crazy, this format. I wanted to main deck it, but I just couldn't. I couldn't find the space. Like I would have to cut the Upstart and then just play another one and then play 41, and I didn't want to play 41. And then the last card is 2 Heavy Storm Duster. Heavy Storm Duster is just for more back row. There's not much really to explain there. But that is the side deck, and that basically wraps up the main extra and side deck for the Burning Abyss trap, stall, stun, whatever you want to call it, variation for the August 2020 ban list currently that we have going on. That could change come the next week with September rolling around the corner. We really don't know what Konami's going to do. It could be hit, it could be a miss. It will most likely be a miss, just like last ban list. But then again, we honestly never know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And for right now, this is Team Yugi Fails signing out.